Each time we get to our minute, so we're going to be working in 1 minute repetitions. I'll let you know when you're 45 seconds in if anyone needs a rest. What we're going to do is, rather than adding one more exercise, we're going to flow the 2 exercises together, okay? So anyone who knows me and knows my training systems knows I love a flow, okay? That doesn't sound like correct English. They know that I love a flow. So what I'm going to do is just quickly lay out the exercises we're going to be doing. So number 1, posterior chain. This one is a great one to start with. Sorry, I've got a baggy top on. It's too hot for tight clothes. So you're going to bring yourself into a nice upright. So think about that bottom again. So what we're looking for is what we call a neutral position here, okay? So the bottom's not sticking out and the pelvis isn't thrusting forward. You're going to be somewhere in between. That involves that glute being engaged, okay? Hands are on the back of your head. Now what you're looking for here is to avoid the elbows coming forward. You're going to have your feet hip width apart and you're going to slowly hinge down at the hip till you get to a nice 90-degree spot here, okay? From here, what you should feel is a tightening through the hamstrings, through the glutes, and you're going to breathe out and pop yourself back up. So it's slow on the way down. So anyone who works with me on kettlebells will know that I love this move for training and waking up those muscles. This is called a good morning, okay? That's move number 1. Move number 2, we're gonna go for a curtsy lunge. Now I am gonna give you some variants on this as we go. Curtsy lunge, you're going to cross one leg behind the other. Now what we're avoiding is a twist in the torso. So what we're actually creating is a feed through, okay? So it's going to feed behind and back up. So those core muscles, guys, look, they're having to stabilize. My body is trying to stay forward while my leg is trying to twist my body around, okay? So that's move number 2. Move number 3, good old traditional sumo squat. Now when we get to it, we will actually still be in this prisoner position, okay? This is going to help us here. What I want you to think about is not the knees. I want you to think about the buttocks again. Stick that bottom out. Keep the back nice and straight. Go as low as you can. Come up and squeeze the glutes again. All about the glutes, okay? All about the buttocks. Last move is the squat thrust, okay? So this is your version of a burpee. So what I want you to do here, if you struggle with your squat thrust, have your heels together. Your hands come down. You're going to jump yourself out. Now, if your heels are together and you've squeezed those glutes, look at that nice position on my spine. Sorry, my top's not helping the issue at all. You're going to jump back in and back up. Okay, so I just want you to follow me. It might be a little bit confusing. Hi, Steve. Hi, Ames. Might be a little bit confusing, but just stick with it, guys, okay? So we're going to do 4 rounds of this. If you've only got time to join us for 3, that's fine. If you have time afterwards, let me re-talk you through that plank based on what we've done, okay? Right, guys, we're going to start in 9 seconds. So we're going to start with those good mornings. Okay, so get yourself into that prisoner position. Squeeze everything in, guys. Let's go. So it's slow on the way down. Get yourself to that 90-degree angle. Squeeze up. Slow on the way down. Still think about those elbows. Being out wide, guys, that is actually going to help your form. Watch that you're not just pulling the neck down. You should be feeling it as you come down in those hamstring muscles. As you get to the bottom, you should feel it in the glutes. As you squeeze up, you should feel it in the glutes. Guys, you've worked for 45 seconds. If you want to take a rest, we're going to go straight into the next moves. Okay, now let's add that curtsy lunge. So watch this, guys. Come down, bring it up. Keep those hands where they are. Cross and cross. Let's go. The time is on. Down. Cross and cross. So hopefully you can see from the side, I am keeping that posture nice and upright. So where that leg feeds behind, the body is trying to rotate. You have to resist it. This is core stabilization. Nice and strong. So not only are you thinking about those glutes, think about drawing the belly into the spine. If anyone does yoga or Pilates, you will hear that a lot. It's a good cue. Okay guys, we've actually been working nearly a minute here. We're going to add the sumo squat now. Let's go. So you're going to give me the good morning. Now cross, go for another cross. Now come into a deep, wide squat. Yes. Okay, back to the good morning. So you can keep that wide leg stance if it helps. You don't need to readjust when you're flowing the moves. Wide leg, deep squat. So good morning. Cross that lunge, curtsy lunge into a deep prisoner squat. Good. Good morning. So it's a hinge. It's a cross. You've been working 45 seconds here, guys. If you need a rest, it's a cross. And then it's a deep, wide squat. Go down into the hinge. Give me the cross. Give me the cross. Okay, we're going to add the squat thrust, guys. It's going to get a little bit more cardio now. So, down. Give me a cross. Let's speed it up a bit. Give me a cross. Give me a deep squat. Hands come down. Thrust legs out, in and stand. Let's go. Hinge. Cross. Cross. Deep squat. Hands come down. Thrust out. Thrust in and stand. If you need to bring those heels together to help you in that squat thrust, I'll show you how. Cross, cross, into the wide. That's it. Now just step those heels together, hands down, out, in, and stand. Guys, you've been working for 45 seconds. Down, cross, cross, deep squats, out, in, and stand. Okay, you've got a 50-second rest. That's it, we've been taken through the moves the first time. I'm gonna change my position so you can see me. So what we're gonna do now, guys, if you would like to make that crossing curtsy lunge a little bit tougher, don't put that foot on the floor, okay? So this is where it's called a crossing back lunge. So you're gonna try and do a one-legged lunge down. Oh, I have done too much on my glutes, okay? So I'm gonna give it a go. It's gonna be a bit wobbly. Shows you that we're all human, okay? What have I got here? Sorry, work isn't playing ball today. We'll catch it on Insta. No worries, Ames. We'll see you later in our Zoom. Okay, guys, we're going in 3 seconds. Ready? Let's get this flow a little bit quicker now. We know it. Good morning. Cross. Don't touch the toe down if you want to make it harder. Deep squat. Hands down. Thrust. In and stand. Let's go. That's good. Okay, sorry. I just realised we're not putting it all together. We're starting at the beginning. It's the good mornings. I have been filming a little flow circuit and it has gone to my head, guys. Sorry about that. So, think about those cues. Hamstrings, glutes. Hamstrings, glutes. Keep those elbows nice and wide. Sorry, I totally jumped there to the last move of the circuit. I've been doing strip sets. Guys, you've worked 45 seconds. If you need that rest, take it now. Otherwise, keep ploughing on for 6 seconds for me. Now, we're gonna add that lunge. Okay, so give me the good morning. See if you can just feed that leg back without putting it down. Take your time while you're familiarizing yourself. It's absolutely fine if you want to stick with a more secure curtsy lunge. So this is your curtsy lunge. Remember, the body's got to stay forward. Otherwise, try the cross. Still trying to keep that body nice and upright here, guys. So cross, cross. Good morning. Cross, cross. Good morning. You've worked 45 seconds here, guys. We're gonna add the wide sumo squat, which is gonna be like a prisoner squat because we are keeping our hands on our heads for this one, guys. Okay, let's add that. So, good morning, give me that hinge. Cross the leg, either foot on the floor or hover it. Now come into a deep squat. See how my chest is still upright. Feed it, feed it. Wide, go deep, guys. Try and keep the body upright. Down into the good morning. Cross, whoops, cross. Deep squat. So hopefully you can get a bit more range to your squat by bringing those feet out. Cross, cross. Deep squat. Okay, once you've got the rhythm, can you pick up the pace? You've worked 45 seconds, guys. We're going to go straight into that squat thrust. We're going to add that. Let's go. So, good morning. Cross your legs. Cross your legs. Deep squat. Hands come down. Thrust out, thrust in and stand. Go again. Good morning. Cross. Cross. Deep squat. And squat thrust. Good. Good morning. If you want to come into a deeper crossing lunge, just bring those legs onto the floor. Good morning. Back into the curtsy if you need to, guys. Deep prisoner squat, hands down, thrust out, thrust in. You've been going 45 seconds, guys. If you need that rest, you're gonna get it. So just keep trying to push if you can. Totally lost where I was there. We've got 5 seconds to go before our rest. And 50 seconds rest. Okay, so hopefully you're in the midst of this now. So guys, try and do things a little bit quicker. Try and get a little bit more depth in your squats, okay, if you want to make it harder. Remember, on the lunge, you've got the hover option, or if you find that you're not going down far enough, like today, I can't get that hover very far. Didn't stretch after too many legs yesterday. My bad. Yes, I'm sweating as well, Becca. You've still got that crossing back lunge, okay? So your chances are you might be able to go deeper and get a little bit more into those glutes, okay? Right, guys, we're going for round 3. See, simple set of moves still makes you sweat, Bex. Right, ready, guys? 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's get some pace on these good mornings. Don't lose your form though. Down, squeeze it. Hamstrings, glutes. Hamstrings, glutes. Hamstrings, glutes. So for anyone familiar with a kettlebell swing, you will know the swing does not come from a squat. It comes from a hinge at the hip. Now you want to keep a neutral knee, so try not to lock those legs out. Okay, so you've still got a straight leg, but the knee is soft. One of those many things that sounds like a PT is contradicting themselves. Stiff but soft. Okay guys, you've been working for 45 seconds. We're gonna add that crossing back lunge or the curtsy lunge, okay? So I'll show you both while we're doing it. 3, 2, 1. Let's go straight into it, guys. Good morning. Cross, cross. Let's get some pace. Good morning. Cross, cross. Good morning. I'm going to hover this one. Hover. See, I can't go down as deep. Good morning. Hover, hover. I'm going to come down because I want to feel this. So I'm coming back into those curtsy lunges, guys. Let's get the pace up. I have to apologise for my lighting today. The rig that I had rigged up had a loose connection about 30 seconds before I went live. I will be sending it back. That's good. Okay, you've worked 45 seconds here, guys. Keep pushing if you can. We'll go straight into it. If we can flow these moves, you're going to feel it more. We're adding the sumo squat this time, guys. Let's go. Good morning. Cross, cross, come out wide. Give me the sumo, but keep that back nice and straight. Cross, cross, come down into the sumo. Good morning. So hinge, cross it, wide, sit it down, upright, hinge, cross, cross, sumo squat. Good. That's good, guys. I can just imagine you all sweating. This is a hot day to be doing anything. Cross. Guys, you've worked for 45 seconds. Give me another 15 straight into it if you can. This is round 3. You're nearly there. We've only got one more round after this. 7 seconds here. Can you get one more round of this flow? Yes, you can. Let's go for it. We're going to add the squat thrust. So, lunge, lunge, deep squat. Hands down, guys. Thrust it out, thrust it in. Stand it back up. Down, cross, cross, deep squat. Hands down, thrust it out. Good morning. Cross, cross, deep squat. Hands down, thrust it out. Good. Keep going, guys. We are nearly at a rest. Cross, deep squat. Hands down, thrust it out. By the way, you've worked 45 seconds. Keep pushing, guys. Keep pushing, come on. Let's go. Give me that squat thrust, nice and strong. Keep going till the buzzer. Can you get another one in? Probably not. Good, and rest. Okay, last one, guys. We're 3 sets down, woohoo! Okay, so remember, anyone that can, join me after. I'm gonna get you to attempt your plank. I'm gonna give you 2 planks, 2 plank options, and I want you to see what you've learned from what we've been doing, okay? Hopefully you've really been feeling the posterior chain. So the glutes, so your buttocks, the hamstrings, hopefully they've been really tightening as we've been going through the range of motions, okay? Last round, guys, if you can add some speed to it, do it. Otherwise, keep it nice and accurate, but make sure that you land every move nice and deep. We're going in 5 seconds. Hi, Mel. Okay, last round, guys, let's go. Good morning. Cross that lunge. Get a bit of pace. Come into a deep squat. I've done it again. With Justin. Good mornings. Don't listen to this, PT. Down. Let's get some pace. I get too excited about the whole flow. That's good, guys. So, I'm going to turn to the side again. Watch. Hamstring. Glutes. Squeeze them when you come back up. Hopefully, you can see me squeezing them. Probably wearing black. Wasn't my most sensible option today. Not only can you not see, but it's also very hot. Okay, guys, you've been working 45 seconds here. Keep going. We're going to add the crossing back lunge in 5 seconds. Let's flow that move. Okay, let's go. Good morning. Now cross, cross, and back. If you want the harder version, good morning. Hover, hover, stabilize yourself. You might have to take that version a little bit slower, but it's totally up to you. If you're going for pace now in this last round, just go for the curtsy lunge. These are not girly exercises, guys. Every time I hear PTs talk about how a curtsy lunge is a female move, it is just the name. Look at what muscles are working. You're having to feed the quads through that leg. Okay, you've been here 45 seconds, guys. I can see lots of people joining. I'm really sorry, I've got sweat in my eyes. Hello, welcome. This will be up, guys, in 4 seconds. We are gonna add that deep squat. Let's go. Good morning. Cross that lunge. Cross that lunge. Come out wide. upright with the body. How low have you gone? Good. Hinge, cross, cross, wide, squat. Make sure the knees aren't coming over the feet, guys, there. Down, cross, cross, deep squat. Remember, if you want to make that crossing lunge harder, follow me for this one. Hover, hover. Hi, Danny. Good. Come on, Danny Ching. Let's see you work. Okay. Guys, you're doing really well. Good morning. And cross. You've been here 45 seconds. If you need a rest rather than going non-stop, take it now. Guys, we're adding the squat. Oh, I haven't been doing it. Sorry. So, we're adding the squat thrust. It's our last one. So, good morning. Crossing back, wide squat, hands down, thrust out, thrust in, stand. Right, this is our last round, guys. Let's pick up the pace. Cross, cross, wide squat, hands down, thrust it out, thrust it in. Let's go. Good morning. Cross, cross, into that wide squat that for some reason I've forgotten about for the last few reps. My brain. Exercise is meant to enhance your memory. Apparently not today. Good. Down. Cross that lunge, guys. You've been 45 seconds, but this is our last exercise. Come on. See if you can crack out one more round for me. Let's go. Good morning. Cross. Cross. Deep squat. Give me the thrust. And you're done. Well done. Well done, guys. Woof. Oh, nice and sweaty. Hi, Zoe. Oh, guys. So you can see, small flow, 4 moves. Not on one of them should you have been aware necessarily, oh, this is a core workout. So the idea is to try and show if you have issues with your core exercises, how can you improve them? The way you can improve them is by strengthening the areas that are required to hold that stability. So don't just think of your core muscles as your abs, okay? Don't just think of them as crunches. I always say that the single best core exercise is, excuse me, time has gone to its rest, is a plank, okay? So if you can stay with me now, based on what you've done, what I'm gonna get everyone to do is give me a 1-minute plank, okay? So, let's get this timer going. Okay, guys, so just a nice, simple forearm plank. Okay, so what we've been doing, we've been thinking about the hamstrings, we've been thinking about the glutes, okay? Traditionally, you would think about your plank all being about the abdominals and about the quads. So what I want you to do now is watch your back. So what we were talking about before is a lot of people sway in the back and then overcorrect like this. What happens now? Watch. I've squeezed my glutes and now I'm down, okay? Guys, hold it here. Give me a minute of a plank. Now, in addition to squeezing these glutes, something else that we were doing in those stability exercises is we were drawing the belly button into the center of the spine, okay? Your deepest core muscle is the multifidus. This is a muscle that actually slings through the center of your spinal column, okay? This is what helps us in terms of being able to stand up, being able to rotate and not fall over, okay? So start thinking of your core as more than just your abdominals or more than just those oblique muscles on the side, okay? Start thinking about the relationship to that posterior chain. Okay, guys, keep holding it. It's not tricky. We have got another 7 seconds. Hopefully, this plank should feel stronger than it has done before. 2, 1, and rest. Good. Okay, so last little demo to finish off the day. We're gonna go for a reverse plank. Now, a reverse plank literally does target the areas we've been talking about. So we're talking about the glutes, that's these, the hamstrings. So In a reverse plank, this is a tough move. You will also feel it a lot more through the triceps and also the delts. Let's reset that. So what I want you to do, let me come over here so that you can see me. You are going to sit yourself into a nice tall L sit. Now, before you've done anything, what's your belly doing? What are your glutes doing? Is your sternum rounded? Pull up through the spine. So when we talk about in yoga and Pilates, we always use that idea of a string pulling us through our spinal column, okay? Then you're going to place your hands by the side of your body and you are now going to pull up into a bridge position. The only way you're going to stay in this position, guys, squeeze the glutes, okay? Think about strengthening that lumbar vertebrae. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the glutes. Glutes, hamstrings. Let's see, okay? A minute here and then you're done, okay? 3, 2, 1. Let's go, guys. So, don't forget to breathe. If you're as sweaty as me, you might find one of your major issues is whether you're going to slip all over the floor. Now here, I'm going to try and exaggerate this. That's me breathing out and not paying attention to my spinal column. That's me drawing in. I've just seen on the screen the other half is watching. Hello, David, don't worry, I will clear the floor. You won't have to come home to a sweaty floor, I promise. Okay, guys, 15 seconds here. What are your glutes doing? Are you starting to lose it? Squeeze them, pull up, draw the belly in, guys. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and come down. Okay, so that was today's live hit. So hopefully, my God, I'm sweaty. Hopefully that's demonstrated how if you can work on some other elements, you can strengthen the press up, your plank, you can strengthen squat thrusts and burpees. Those are all about engaging those core muscles, guys. So please just spread the word. Your core is far more than just abs, okay? I'm not saying that crunches are not effective. What I'm saying is there's much smarter ways to train. A plank is a full compound exercise, okay? So it's working across multiple muscle groups. That is what you want to do. Whatever your goal is, if it's to strengthen the core, if it's to burn fat, if it's to lose weight, think about bigger moves rather than small specific ones. The smaller moves are great if you've got a very specific target, but really think about your movement and how if you can strengthen through that posterior chain, we can also strengthen anyone who's got back issues, anyone who feels their core is not strong enough. So anyone joining this week's Zoom sessions that I'm doing, so each of the 3 sessions, even though they're with different equipment, there is a core focus for all of them. So hopefully this will act as like a little teaser for what we do in those. If anyone wants to join those, there is a book now button live on my Instagram feed. But thank you so much for joining. More of the same, hopefully the same time